Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching. My name is Mark and this is My Daddy Diary episode 14. I'm going to start this week with a question for all of you, particularly those of you who have children who are maybe a little bit older, a little bit beyond the baby age, and it's all around babies and car seats. Now, the reason I asked this question, I seem to recall someone telling me ages ago, before Sophie was here, that we should, wherever possible, have an adult in the car in the back with Sophie for whatever reason, obviously to keep an eye on them and so on and so forth. And we have been doing that whenever we go out and the both of us are there. I normally sit in the back of the car with Sophie just to keep an eye if she needs a dummy or so on and so forth. And then I did a bit more looking into it because I wanted to find out how long we should do that for, how long before, you know, it's okay to leave the baby completely unattended in the back of the car. They're not unattended, obviously we'd still be in the front of the car. So I wanted to find out, so I asked a few questions and started poking around and stuff, and lots of people came back to me and were like, oh, you know, you don't need to sit in the back of the car at all. So now I'm just really confused. Obviously she is now 3 months old. I think that she's okay to be in the back of the car without an adult sat next to her wherever possible, so it's okay if we're both in the front. We have got a mirror as well, so that we'll put that on so that we can see her face. I can look and see her. But yeah, I just wanted to get some more opinions on it, on whether you sat with the baby in the back of the car for ages. Obviously we have done since the day we brought her home. So please, if you could pop down in your comments maybe what you did, or if you've had any experience of this, and whether or not I'm right in thinking that at this point it's probably okay now that I'm in the front of the car whilst Mark is driving, and so on. Sophie made another gain this week and it came as a complete surprise. We were sat there, Mark was holding her, and all of a sudden she literally lifted herself up off of his arm, and she was already at a sort of an angle anyway, but she lifted herself up and was looking around and taking in the room, which wasn't prepared for at all, wasn't ready for it. She'd not really shown any signs that she was starting to lift herself up. It came very quickly. So when we thought, oh, maybe it's a fluke, maybe she just whatever. So then when we laid her down a little bit later, we put some cushions underneath her U-bend cushion thing that I've mentioned before that I absolutely love. We thought we'd test it, and literally we laid her down at an angle, and she was literally lifting herself off the cushion, looking around the room, complete control of her head. Like, I don't know, we got really excited and really happy about it. I don't know if it is a milestone or not, but it felt like it was a milestone. She has also, since then, she is trying desperately whenever she's laying down to roll over, which is quite it's funny to watch because you can see her really trying, and you can see the concentration in her face. Obviously she's not quite there yet, but we are encouraging her, and you know, I have let her, especially over the last couple of weeks, I've been putting her on her front for sort of 2 to 3 minute stints at a time, because apparently that helps build their neck muscles and get them ready for when they can turn over. So that's been great. It's been so exciting to watch, and as much as we keep sort of saying, oh no, we don't want her to grow up too quickly, each time she hits one of these milestones, it's so exciting and so fascinating to watch. Like, literally, I think it was last week I was saying that, or maybe the week before, that she'd had her first proper sort of laughter, that high-pitched squealy laughter that they do, and it was incredible. And now she's trying to lift herself up, and literally it's so fascinating that as much as you don't want them to grow up, I'm really enjoying all these kind of like tiny little milestones and things that she's doing. It's been absolutely wonderful. Another development for Sophie this week has been that she has found a new pitch in her voice. And that's probably the nicest way I can put it. Yes, she is now hitting really high octaves with her squeals and her screaming, which has been great fun. Most of the time it's just when she's laughing and she's playing, and you can hear her almost testing out what she can do with her voice, which is fascinating. after a couple of hours, the fascination kind of wears off and you're like, oh, wow, she really wants to practice. She likes to play around with what her voice can do. That's great. And then on Friday, I'd not long put her down to sleep and Mark was still on his way home from work, so I was on my own, and she let out the most unbelievable scream. I don't think I've ever heard anything quite like that. Certainly not from her. It sounded like a genuine, I'm in pain scream. You know, at this point I am getting better at deciphering the different cries and the different sounds she makes. You know, she likes to grumble and moan a bit when she's sleeping, or, you know, she'll let out a certain cry when she wants food. This was something new, and all I kept thinking was, oh my God, what's happening to her? Because she sounded in the most severe pain imaginable, because she was screaming like an adult in a horror movie would. It kind of freaked me out a bit. I checked her over, I checked her temperature, all of the usual things. I couldn't really see anything. Her temperature was a little elevated, but not massively. So at this point, I believe this is all part and parcel of the teething stages, because I know that I'd mentioned in previous episodes that she was starting to dribble a lot more and she's chewing on her fingers and things like that. So I definitely think the teething is moving along, and like I say, this cry was certainly a pained cry, and it seems to come and go very, very quickly. So she'll let out this almighty scream, and then you'll hear her sort of go and calm back down again, and then about 10 minutes later it will go again, and then it will calm down. It does seem to really ebb and flow rather than a constant cry, which is what makes me think it sounds like it might be something like a shooting pain, which I know you get around your teeth area. So at the moment we believe it's teething. Like I say, her temperature has returned back to normal now, so we know she's not got like a fever or that kind of illness. Obviously if it carries on, I will be taking her to the doctors, but at the moment we're monitoring it. But obviously I am nervous about the teething stage, because again, one of those things that I have been told absolute horror stories about what babies and teething can be like. So if you've got any words of encouragement or comfort, please chuck them down below in the comments. If you've got any experience of this kind of bursts of screaming as well, let me know. Talk to me in the comments. Make sure I'm not going completely insane thinking that it's teething, perhaps. Did your baby do it when they were teething, is what I'm saying. I'm cracking up. At this point, I am actually cracking up. It's getting a little bit difficult doing my Daddy Diaries, because I find myself talking and then I forget what I'm talking about. So I do apologise if I lose any of you along the way. Please stick with me. I'm trying to make this as cohesive as I possibly can. Now, obviously, we are full steam ahead. I can't believe it's only 1 week till Christmas. I'm so excited. I love Christmas. Said it before, you already know this. I absolutely love Christmas. I cannot wait. Got a few more bits and pieces to do Christmas shopping for. We're having friends over for a Christmas movie night, and I just can't wait to get the festivities started. What I'm really excited about is this is actually hubby Dada Mark's last week at work before he's off for 2 weeks over Christmas. So we have Dada Mark home for 2 whole weeks. So we get to have family time, and I am so excited for that as well. So it's like Christmas, family time, everything. Very, very excited, which is why I'm a bit chaotic. And I was thinking, because my next episode falls on Christmas Eve, obviously on a Monday, Christmas Eve is on a Monday this year, I thought it would be quite nice possibly to do something special in the Daddy Diary episode next week. So, but I'm not sure what that will look like. If you've got any suggestions or any ideas of how to make the Christmas Eve episode a little bit extra special, please pop them in the comments below and I'll see what I can do, because I want to make it a little bit special because it's Christmas Eve. We have got some plans later on in the day for Christmas Eve, so it will need to be something that I can do in the morning and get it filmed and get it edited and get it ready to go, because then I'm out in the afternoon into the evening, and then we're going to get back and I'm going to get into my pyjamas and we're going to put a Christmas film on and Sophie's going to fall asleep, and yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited. This is my favourite time of year, because I don't know, it just fills me with lots of happiness and joy. On that note, I will be doing another episode this week, or a special episode this week. I'm going to do a video on all the things we've bought her for Christmas and all of the Christmas outfits that we bought for her. So it's kind of going to be like a haul video talking about Christmas presents and clothing and generally the bits and pieces that we've bought for her. So look out for that. That should hopefully be up at the end of the week. And I'm going to leave it there for this week. So as always, thank you for watching. If you've really enjoyed this week's episode, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, maybe even share it out with your friends. Until next week, see you soon. Bye.